Hey, lady, how are you?
Hi.
How are you doing?
Awesome. Little tired, but awesome.
That's the life of a working woman. Hello,
Absolutely.
everybody out there in the universe, in the Twitterverse,
Hi, everybody.
YouTubeverse, everything verse. Today, I have the special honor of interviewing this awesome, amazing young lady, and
Oh,
she goes
wow.
by the name of Rashidat.
Yes.
Raji. I also
Yes,
know her as Dediola Fawemi. So
of course.
let's just let you tell us who you are. Who are you, my
Ah.
dear? Tell us who you are in your own words.
Ooh, who am I? Well, first of all, hi, everybody. It's your girl again, Rashidondo, aka Her Gist. And what's up? Namaste, and definitely Shedidia Joe.
There you go.
Who am I? Well, I'm a lot of things to a lot of people. So it depends on who you talk to. If you
Mm-hmm.
talk to the gracious Queenkay, she'll tell you I am her funny, slightly awkward high school friend. Uh,
Man,
talk
what was
to,
that? 30 years ago,
oh my, oh,
1992. Where we're
I think
telling
you
our
just ate,
age, but we
can
look
you
the
just
same.
age
We
me?
still look fabulous, girl.
Just, yeah, yes, of course.
Girl,
Elenko, because
we're
Arubon Ghana. Of course.
we're
Of
aging
course.
with grace. I love it.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
And we're
Um,
maintaining our youthfulness, our youthful exuberance, and here we are today doing. We're being wife, we're being mom, we're being business people,
yep.
and so tell us more. What do you do?
Um, let's see. Well, I think you covered most of it. Wife, mom, businesswoman,
Yes,
9 to 5er. So I
yes.
got my nose to the grind. What else? What else? I think I am me, and I know that that might sound ambiguous to some, like, okay, fine, we know you're you, who are you? I am just me, and it's really important because at something years old, 41, I'm just now uh learning to understand who me is. So it tickles me, actually.
Oh,
um
I'm tickled.
yeah. Tickle away. So it tickles me. Let's see. So we've covered the family part of it.
And
And I
so
think,
so what is it that you do? I guess what I know you have a job, a profession, but
oh yeah.
tell us about that because that's what puts the bread and butter on the table, right? That's what
Yes,
brings.
girl. That's I like to say my kids love their pandu and okra. So that's how we get that on the
There you
table.
go.
That's how we get that on the table. So my background is in architecture. I majored in Aki at Howard University. Go
Yeah.
HU. And again, back to getting to understand me. Now I know why I chose architecture. Everything else seems so sort of boxed in.
Mm-hmm.
And looking back now, I understand why I was drawn to architecture. With architecture, you can pretty much do anything. You can work in entertainment,
Wow.
health field, just about anything. Yeah, entertainment. Like, you look at the sets, whether your shows, your TV shows,
Mm-hmm.
movies, those are typically designed by interior designers, by architects, because especially when you're
Set
doing like a
designers.
period
Yeah,
piece.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So, and you can be a photographer. You can do. We were producing things the first semester,
Hmm.
so of architecture. So that's my background. That's my educational background.
Awesome.
Is architecture. I like to say I get paid to be a space planner, and I'm made to connect with people using
Awesome.
just a little bit of humor.
Yeah. So who is this hajist lady that we see on social media, who just suddenly became a part of your persona that I didn't know about when we were growing up? So I mean, I knew you were very opinionated, but who
Oh
is who
gosh.
is hajist? Tell us what is behind this hajist lady.
Okay. Well, her gist, funny enough, her gist is me. And her gist came about. She's always been there.
Yeah.
actually. She just sort of came to the forefront once I got married.
Mm.
Um, Started having kids,
Yes.
and of course, as you know, it's already a chore being a woman. I don't care
Period.
what. Yes,
It's a
exactly. Preach.
24-hour
It's
a
already a
day
chore.
a day job.
Exactly. And then being a Nigerian woman,
Ah, come
coming
on.
from my
Let
dear,
me fan
so you
myself.
add oh, you add the culture part of.
Niger babe.
Yes, so
Cozy.
that's what we tell ourselves. So you already have being a woman, being a Nigerian woman,
Hmm.
and then you find yourself outside of Nigeria
Hmm.
in a different environment. And so I found that I really love my culture,
Yes.
really love being a Nigerian woman, but also I can't take away from what America has
Absolutely. I think you and I have
given
that
to.
in common, that whole
Yeah, that's why I said her gist is
experience.
you. It's me. It's
Yeah.
typically the description that I give people when they ask me, okay, what is her gist? I said, well, her gist is that Nigerian woman in the diaspora. I don't like to say diaspora, but she doesn't. She's
Divas
in
for. I love it.
U.S., UK,
Yeah.
wherever.
Wherever.
And exactly, she's holding it down as a Nigerian woman, but also
Representing where she
incorporate.
is. Got you.
Exactly. So once the kids started to show up, it's like, okay, they are American kids because they were born in America.
And they live
But
here.
I'm sorry, me, your mama, I'm Niger to the core. In fact, I'm Ondo to the core. So guess what? You're going to you're going to assimilate that part.
Yes, so because
Wonderful that you're
Ondo
American.
grandma
Good
comes
for you.
out sometimes in your skits when
Yeah,
you bring out your grandma when you talk about when you're giving some words of wisdom and
absolutely,
advice to the youngins. I see her
absolutely.
pop into the picture.
Yes, she's there, and that's what it's always been there. She's very Yando is very, yeah, she's very much there.
Awesome.
Can't get rid of the woman. Can't get rid of the woman to save my life. She's very much there.
I can
So
imagine. And then you had one viral video. Which one was it? Was it during the US elections that you it was just
there
like
were two of them. There were two, I swear to you, I didn't know what the heck
people just called
viral
you and
meant.
said, "Man, you've gone viral."
So I had to call one of my kids. I said, "Come, you come here." I said, "What does viral mean?" It just looked
That
like
means you have you've given us a virus and we cut the bug and we're all
exactly.
catching
I
on.
don't know
I mean,
what to say.
people were sharing your video and I'm like, what the heck?
I
That's my
know.
girl.
I had to call my kid. I was like, "Come here, come here. What does the ye viral kya hai? What is this viral?" And he looks at me and is like, "It means, mom, that you did a video and everybody likes it."
Wow.
Oh, I said, okay. I
Awesome.
actually did that
You
it was
speak
from
from
a
the
place.
heart.
Yeah, it was from a place of truth because it was and it's still such a sort of a tense
Subject.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
I've just like you, I've been in this country over 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never experienced that much
The way everything
tension.
feels. Yeah, yeah. I got you.
That I got really, uh, I guess, concerned that day, and I just did the video and I said, look, nobody, this is not even a competition. It's right there in
Just you
black
were
and
just
white.
speaking your truth. So
Right,
so
and
so what
so
motivates you? What motivates you and inspires you to do what you do? Outside of your work, because we know you already were inspired to do that. You're an architect. You have other things that you do to
right,
make a living, but
right,
in terms of your public person, your higher gist image,
right.
what inspires you to release those thought provoking messages and some many times very funny.
um, I by nature, first of all, I'm a very emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said it before. My husband said to me, he's like, "You have this innate need to communicate with people." And I was like,
Yeah,
"You
the
know,
audience
Dane,
is
what's
out
wrong with that?"
there.
He's like, "Okay, I'm
Your
just
audience
saying."
is out there, honey. Do you? We waiting
Exactly.
for you to
So,
drop it.
happy. So, what motivates me is finding out, I think the first time ever, and I can't remember, there have been so many different scenarios where I feel like something is happening and it's happening to just me.
Yeah.
And I'm the only one dealing with this. But then you come to find out, whether I just happen to mention it to a friend, and some of them will wait till I'm done, and others are like, hey, yeah, that's me. And I'm like, well, this is what I did. This is how I dealt with it. And a lot of times it's either how I dealt with it helps them, or how they deal with it helps me.
Awesome.
So I think at the end of the day, it's that connecting to people. I do that with humor.
Yeah.
I can't formality to save my life. It gives me a headache. I start to get a headache.
I know.
Just to be able to.
And many times you say what people are thinking, but are not able to vocalize it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They might be itching to say it, but they don't even know how to say it, and you just say it. So you have the gift.
Yeah, just say it. And I mean, if you're wrong for it, then you apologize. But for the most part, there's this thing like I think I'm pretty sure I did a skit about it, but what is it? Anybadake, which basically is the closed mouth never gets fed.
Absolutely.
Until you say it, and you'd be surprised how many times you just say it, and even if people don't tell you that they can relate to it, I promise you from my experience, they absolutely can relate to it.
Awesome.
And that for me is the motivation, and just using humor. I was watching Felicia Rashad the other day, and she said drama, it appeals to the emotions, but humor appeals to intellect. And
use your brain a certain way.
Exactly. So when you make people laugh, I've found that, especially the ugly laugh, as I like to call it, where they just
cry.
I'm telling you, forget ugly cry, just ugly laugh.
Ugly laugh. Oh no, that's even worse.
That's the most naked we are. That's my opinion anyway. When we really, really laugh,
just let it out.
Exactly.
Release the tension. That's what motivates. Just
I know, right? You say, tension, I beg. So like, sort of get rid of that. And a lot of times you find the solution somewhere in there.
Absolutely.
That's been my experience. You find that solution somewhere in there.
I love it. So with that being said, you're on your way to becoming even bigger than what I knew you as, and what the rest of the world. Of course you are. I feel it in my spirit. So tell us, where do you envision yourself going in the next 1 year with Hajist?
Let's see. I definitely want to use it as, and I'm grateful. Let me just say that right now. I'm so grateful. I call my videos my ijogbo, and for people to actually take the time to indulge me on my ijogbo, I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
In 1 year, I would definitely. I love to tell stories, and the stories are the same regardless of who you are. And it's always resilience, it's always faith, it's always love, and all of these things. So I love to tell stories, preferably with visual medium, whether it's with the videos, films, doing stage work, but at the end of the day, just connecting to people and being able to say it's okay. It will be okay,
Right.
In the end, everything will be all right. If it's not all right, this is not the end. So
that's a good way to look at it, and I love that. I'm very inspired by you, and the reason why I do this actually is not because I can talk to you on the phone all the time, but I like to bring people to into this world of understanding that we're more alike than we are different. And there's so many inspiring people to tap into that really there's no reason for anybody to really be down. I'm not talking about clinical depression. That's a different subject. But I'm talking about just generally, like, there's so many reasons where you can live your life, live out your passions. There's no limit, at least in this day and age. The only thing you can limit is yourself.
Yeah, I think it's what we put on ourselves, and it's I always ask, I said, if you doubt it, just think back to that little girl.
Yeah.
If you remember, that girl was fearless. That girl would
Yes.
say
Girl,
whatever.
tell me about it. Now I'm like all
Right.
guarded and politically
Exactly. Now
correct.
we put ourselves in that box. Oh, should I say that? Should I have said that? And
Yeah.
shouldn't I? And you should, because it's who you are. And I'm
Yeah.
not encouraging, be mean
No,
or
no, 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 no
be
rudeness.
inappropriate, but just do it.
Speak out.
It's always a win-learn situation.
Yeah,
It's never a
speak your truth.
lose. Right.
So here we
So
are. My final thing that I would like to leave whoever's watching. There's one lady out there, maybe a young man, who knows, but someone
right.
who's watching this video and was just laughing the whole time, is inspired, but they really want to do something with their lives. Maybe even what you're doing. Maybe they're inspired by you and they lack the courage or the confidence to do it. Speak just, in a few short sentences, nothing too long. Speak to that person and, like, about just taking that leap.
Okay. So I'm going to, and I'll try to send this to you. I'll try to send this to you in a proper format. The very first video that I did, the very first skit that I did, till this day I can't explain to you why. I honestly cannot explain to you what possessed me that day. Probably grandma's spirit. Who knows? Like I said, the broad is everywhere. But the very first one that I did, I remember, it essentially starts off with me saying, which basically means you can't just sit in the comfort of your home, okay, and then predict what's going to happen in the war zone. Gotcha. You just can't.
You can't.
You have to be part of the war. And war, not necessarily, sort of the negative way we look at it. Life is war.
Just be where the action is.
Exactly. But you can't sit in the comfort of your home and, I can, maybe not.
So
should I
basically
not?
You have to be uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Absolutely. Every and to anyone out there, boy, girl, man, woman, little girl, pretty sure the little girls don't need it because they're just fierce that way. But you just have to. My experience has been every time I've taken that step up, I've had to go through some level of discomfort.
Gotcha.
I don't want to use the word pain, but it's discomfort. You shed your skin, and if you can just imagine that, there's got to be some discomfort having your skin stretch and all of that, but just do it. Absolutely. And don't think about, oh God, I'm 1,000 steps away from my dream.
Just stumble forward, right? Just stumble forward, because you're gonna eventually get your stride.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
Just do it. Don't.
So if you're listening, Rashida says, her gist says, just do it.
Just do it. Be like Nike.
Exactly.
Just do it. Before you do this thing.
Awesome. Well, it was really, really nice getting this chance to connect with you. And viewers, this woman is awesome. Her information will be, put in at the end of this program. And check her out on, what are your channels? What are your handles? Facebook?
So I am Instagramming.
All right.
I'm Instagramming her.gist.
Okay.
I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Her gist.
Okay.
So yeah. And Facebook. Facebooklicious as well.
All right. Well, here you have it. Thank you so much, sweetie. We really appreciate you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.